Well, Bike and Brew this year is an expanded format. We're going to have 5 days of activations. So for those of you locals who are here in town on Wednesday and on Thursday, you can kind of get a head start before all the out-of-towners show up for the main events. On Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have some films screening at Violet Crown Cinema. There'll be some beer dinners taking place at various restaurants. And then we've got some rides that are going to be led by locals at our trails. So if you want to head out to Galisteo or out to the Dale Ball trails and kind of warm up for the weekend, you can do that with the Bike and Brew schedule.
Just don't wear yourself out.
Don't get too much too early.
Because there's a lot of rides going on this weekend. Yeah.
And then things kick into high gear really on Friday. We're going to start to do all of our setup in the Rail Yard Park. And then the folks from the Bike to Work Week you mentioned, they're going to be underneath the water tower at the Rail Yard Plaza. So Friday night it stretches basically from the water tower all the way down into the park. From 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. you can come out. There's free activities all throughout the rail yard, free concerts. If you want to get into one of our beer gardens, that's where you pay. So we say the music is free, you got to pay for the beer.
Pay for the beer, which isn't too much to ask, especially when it's only $15 on Friday, $15 on Saturday, and $10 on Sunday, right?
Correct.
And that comes with all the music. It comes with one free beer. Who else is going to be there? What are the craft beers from around New Mexico that we can expect to see at the festival this year?
So on Friday night, we're going to take over the farm market. This is our handcrafted beer, hand-built bike showcase. So we have 10 different bike builders from around New Mexico and Colorado who are going to come. They're going to display their beautiful hand-built creations. And I like to think of this as their mirror products. You know, the bike builders put the time and passion into making these specialty built bikes, custom bikes, and the brewers are brewing their custom built beers. So we're going to have Red Door, La Cumbre, Marble, Santa Fe Brewing Company, 2nd Street, and that specific event is sponsored by Oscar Blues, which is a company out of Colorado that also has a hand-built bike company.
Oh, wow.
So they make bikes and they make beers. They're the perfect sponsor for that event. Down in the Rail Yard Park that evening, the Cowgirl is going to be pouring beer from, I believe, Sierra Nevada as well as Odell, probably some ska. And on the main stage, this one's more of your indie rock kickoff night. We've got a band called Clap Your Hands, Say Yeah, out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very much a fun, rockin' start to our weekend. We come back on Saturday evening from 4 to 9 p.m. again. We've changed things up a little bit. All those local brewers are moving into the beer garden down by the main stage. And we're going to have the Reverend Horton Heats.
Yes.
So then we finish things up on Sunday over at the Luna building, which is where Marble Tap Room is located, right?
Over
behind O'Horry's,
yeah,
505 Cerrillos. And that's going to be a Marble-specific bluegrass extravaganza. So Marble beers and 3 different bluegrass bands from Colorado and from Los Angeles.
Awesome. All right. Fantastic. So we're looking forward to that. So Friday and Saturday at the Rail Yard from 4 to 9. On Sunday, we'll be over at the Luna building at Marble Brewing and O'Horry's Coffee, that little plaza there, I would imagine also.
That's going to be noon to 6 p.m.
That's a great space. That's 12 to 6 on Sunday. And the Horton Heat, they're playing on Saturday night? All right, good.
So main stage shows, those all start at 7:30, but come early. We've got bands, local bands, as well as some touring bands that are going to come out. So I haven't told you about all 9 bands, but just
9
know.
bands playing. So really, this is evolving into really a music festival in addition to a craft beer festival and a bike festival as well.
The way we think of this is we take all the best components of a bike festival, which is very much your hardcore cycle enthusiast. Except there's a lot of us who aren't that hardcore. We don't want to climb up to the top of Windsor Trail or Sun Mountain, Picacho Peak. What we want to do is we want to jump on our bike and do the chocolate tour and ride around to all the chocolate shops. We've got the culinary cruise that starts at the farm market. It goes to the Barrio Brinery and the cheesemongers. You get a cooking class at the Santa Fe Culinary Academy, and you end with a beer tasting at Draft Station.
Do those, and there's also, isn't there a brewery tour as well?
Right, there's Tour de Brewers. Yeah, that's our other activation. So we've got these that are more foodie, experiential focused, and those rides cost money because you get the food and the beer. The other rides we have are more clinics or guided rides, and those just require registration. They're free.
Oh, awesome.
So again, free rides, free music. If you just want to come out and enjoy the experience, go online, check out the calendar. It's at outsidesantafe.com. And then if you want to get into the beer gardens or have some of these more customized experiences where we're going to show off Santa Fe, that's when you have to pay. But the price point's basically between $10 for our cheapest ride up to $50 for the culinary cruise, because you're going to get wined and
And
dined.
the class and everything. Yeah, that's
Right.
totally worth it.
Not wined and dined, you're going to get beard and
Beard and
dined,
dined,
I
right?
guess.
Exactly. Leave that to the wine folks to organize their own festival. Is there a glow ride this year too?
There is. So on Saturday, the mayor has graciously come out to again lead our second glow ride for the community. Ridgeline Racing, Lisa Alejandro and John, who works for the city as well. Those folks are going to put together the glow ride. It's sponsored by Night Eyes, which is a national company that makes headlamps and glow lights. So the first 100 people who show up are going to get lights to attach to their spokes. They're going to get decorating parties. So come at 6 o'clock, bring your bike out, get it all decorated. About 7:30, everyone's going to go for the glow ride. It'll be escorted by the police department. It'll be a rolling closure. I'm learning these things now
Yes,
about
absolutely.
city,
You know all of
how
the
things
ins and
work.
outs, yeah.
And they're going to do a sort of a round trip tour. They're going to go, I believe, towards the plaza, loop around City Hall, head back up, and they're going to catch the tail end of the Reverend Horton Heat Show.
Nice. Okay. All right. Good to hear. We're also giving away. Are we giving away a couple of handmade frames and that kind of thing on? Is it Friday?
There is a Friday bike giveaway at the Bike to Work Week. You should let them talk about it more because they can
They're
brag
gonna be here
about
a little
it.
later on the show,
But
so we'll talk with them.
BTI, the company that's the bicycle parts distributor,
Manufacturer or distributor, yeah, here in
they
Santa
have
Fe.
donated a Cinelli bike. It's a really nice, also hand-built, but hand-built in Italy.
Yes, yeah. I think I've seen that kind of floating around the rail yard park offices of the city. It's a really nice looking bike. So I'll definitely be entering the drawing on that one.
What we will be giving away is a bunch of gear. So Outside Magazine is our title sponsor.
Yes.
They're headquartered in the rail yard, another reason that we use our transportation hub for Bike and Brew. And so Outside Magazine has a bunch of cool gear that they get sent to them throughout the year. They do gear reviews for
Yes.
the magazine, and then they have all this like stuff laying around. And so last year I got a pair. They pulled one prize out and gave it to me as a gift. It was a pair of biking shoes, but they gave away helmets and bike shoes and all kinds of cool stuff. So you can register to win the Cinelli bike if you go to the Bike to Work Week, show up at 4 o'clock and get your registration in, and then come down to the main rail yard stage after that's wrapped up and register to win a bunch more gear.
A bunch more gear from Outside Magazine. Who are the other big sponsors who are helping put this event together?
Well, our local banks have really been sort of our stalwart sponsors. So we've got to thank LANB, First National Bank of Santa Fe. There's First Mortgage Company, which is also a big sponsor across the street here, Century Bank. Those folks have really chipped in on the front end to help us get this up and running. All the breweries have sponsorships that they've paid for, which is another great support system. And then our national sponsors come through Outside Magazine, so Bolé Eyewear, Night Eyes. We've got Borealis Bikes that's coming. So there's over 31 bike vendors in the Bike Expo. Again, free, come
We're all
check
gonna
out.
be there.
You can check out all the new hats and clothing and wheels and manufacturing accessories and bike frames. And so they're all going to be there. That's going to be down in the Rail Yard Park, right across from our food court, main stage, expo. It's all going to be kind of behind Site Santa Fe. If you know.